Hello, everybody. This is Maya Zahira with PsychicProtectionSanctuary.com. And in today's mini lesson, I'd like to give you one little tip. It's a little tip, but it's a really important tip for any situations where someone has psychically attacked you. Okay, so obviously this is a mini lesson, so we can't go through every little detail of what is a psychic attack and what does it feel like and all the symptoms and everything. So if you are wanting to know a lot more about psychic attack, about people sending other people negative energy, then I encourage you to go to Amazon.com and you can find my first two books, Darkness Disguised as Light and the Psychic Attack Sourcebook. Both books have very clear, they're different descriptions, but both similar descriptions of psychic attack. So before I give you this important tip for today's mini lesson, I want to just give you a little brief description of psychic attack. There are two branches to psychic attack. As I mentioned before, it's when someone is sending you negative energy. The first branch, the first possibility or type of psychic attack is when someone is intentionally sending negative energy and they're doing it with some type of magical practice, black magic, curse, whatever flavor you want to call it, whatever tradition they're using, some kind of occult practices, or they've hired a practitioner to do black magic against you. So you can look at my first two books that I just mentioned to read about the symptoms of psychic attack and what can happen to you. But what we're focusing on here is the two different ways that people can send psychic attacks. So that's the first way, where they're intentionally sending black magic, using some type of magic or occult practices. The second way is less obvious, but it's still very impactful. It's when someone is sending very hateful energy your way. They're sending just whether it's jealousy or hate or anger. They're thinking about you very intensely. They're having feelings about you. They're ruminating about you. All of that is energy, and that energy gets sent to you. If you are a very sensitive individual, then you might experience that as a psychic attack. Okay? So in my two books, I talk about different ways that you can strengthen your energy so that you won't be so vulnerable to either of those kinds of psychic attack. But here's my important tip for you today. We're going to circle back around to our tip. If someone has psychically attacked you by sending black magic or hateful energy, you absolutely should get rid of any items they have given you. If they've given you gifts, jewelry, crystals, or like books, I don't know, whatever they've given you, you should really consider getting rid of those things. Because do you really want to have objects in your home that are from someone who's doing this to you? So that's the first thing. Do you really want that kind of energy in your home? Objects from somebody like that who's sending you hateful energy. But also, if the person is an occult practitioner, they can use those items as like a portal, as a doorway to gain access to your energy, to gain access into your home. And you want to remove any ability that they might have to access you. So I did this recently. I held on to some items for a while because I was feeling sentimental. And one day I woke up and I was like, okay, I I have to get rid of these certain items because it's not beneficial. So I didn't send any bad energy to the people, the other people. I just was like, I just need to get rid of these items, and I blessed and released those items. I had gratitude. I thought, thank you very much for originally giving me these things, and I need to release them now. So I actually took some of the items to the thrift store, and I took some of the items to a local metaphysical shop. And I did a little bit of clearing beforehand, but I figured whoever whoever buys those items from those two places can bless and clear them on their own as well. In this situation, this didn't have to do with anybody sending me black magic. It was more just hateful energy. And so I just did a little bit of clearing so the items would be neutral, and then sent them on their way. So I highly recommend that if you're dealing with any kind of psychic attack, even if you're really attached to some items, like there were a couple of items that I got rid of that I was attached to because I was like, well, these are really cool crystals. I don't want to get rid of crystals. But I was like, no, I need to get rid of these. So even if you're attached to it, even if it looks cool or whatever, I invite you to consider releasing those energies that aren't serving you anymore. So remember, this was a mini lesson. If you want to go deeper, you can dive deep into my YouTube channel, which is called Psychic Protection Sanctuary, or you can find my books on Amazon.com, and you can find all the information about all the stuff on my website, psychicprotectionsanctuary.com. Until next time, sending you lots of love.